name is Curtis and welcome back to PhatKid Garage. In this episode, we're going to jump back on Leroy. So I bought this Lightning about 3 weeks ago, and since then I put over 1,000 miles on this truck. It's really given me a chance to figure out a lot of the issues that are going wrong with it. Some we've already taken care of, like the brakes and the headlights. Others we're going to jump in today. So when I first got it, it had a check engine light. We pulled the codes, found out it was a P0171 and a P0174. which come back as a bank 1 and bank 2 lean codes. A lot of things can cause a lean code on a vehicle, but typically on these Lightnings, they have a 90-degree elbow on the back lower intake, some call the turkey pan, that rots away and causes a vacuum leak. So that's what we're going to take care of today. Also, while we're in there, we're going to roll a new set of spark plugs in, change the supercharger oil, put a snout coupling on the supercharger. We're also going to put a Bosch intercooler pump on it, a new fuel filter, and a couple other little things that we're going to get done today. So let's go ahead and jump into some of the parts we're going to use today. All right, here you can see some of the new parts we're going to put on. We have a brand new intercooler pump from Bosch. We have a full set of NGK spark plugs. They are the TR6s with the stock number 4177. They have a brand new K&N fuel filter, and this is the Supercharger oil kit with the new snout coupling. Comes from ZZ Performance. All these parts were bought off eBay, so I'm sure you can find them elsewhere, but that's where I got all the stuff we're going to put in this truck today. Again, pretty stock setup here on with the Eaton. Not a big fan of the blue hosing, so that'll be coming off, but this just gives you a general idea of what we're going to be removing. We're going to have to remove the intake, the Eaton supercharger, and we're going to go ahead and dig into everything here for the spark plugs. Same on the other side here, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now that we got the supercharger off, you can see just how gunked up this intercooler can get. All the oil and yucky stuff that gets built up inside there. And where we're going for is way back behind here. So we're going to get this piece off. First, we're going to drain the cooling system on or at least the intercooler cooling system on it. And then we'll remove these hoses back here. And then pull this upper plate off, and that'll show us the underside of the turkey pan. We'll go ahead and drain the intercooler cooling system. Be a good time to take a look at the intercooler pump while we're at it. The new intercooler pump is installed. Alright, so I lost my camera went dead on that last part of the video, but I didn't realize it till I already had the lower part of the supercharger intercooler intake off. But this is essentially what we're dealing with. This right here hooks up to that little guy right back there, and then comes up, goes over, then attaches to this right here at this point. So my fix to this is going to be using a silicone hose. Instead of this plastic with the rubber 90 on it, I'm going to attach a silicone hose, which will take the heat a lot better. It should last a lot longer, if not indefinitely. And then use a barbed fitting to attach, get the camera to focus, to here. So barbed fitting will come over, down to the back of the intake. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and clean all this out, because it does have a little bit of gunk in here. Go ahead and get this all nice and cleaned out and start the reassembly. So yeah, this will be my fix to it. As you can see, we got the new silicone hose ran. It's all out of the way and zip tied. Running back down to the drain. Got the turkey pan all cleaned out. Now we're ready to do some spark plugs. So again, these are the ones I got. Get this thing to focus. They are the NGK V-powered TR6s. They are gapped at 0.035. That's recommended for these trucks. This was the one I pulled out already. You can see some of the detonation, and they were definitely in need of getting changed. So let's get on the rest of this. All right, that's the driver's side. Let's go ahead and switch over to the passenger side. All right, just finished up the plugs. Now we can start the reassembly. We'll start with the intercooler manifold, then we'll drop the supercharger and just start reassembling everything. Plugs are kind of a pain in the ass to do on one of the Lightnings, but with a little bit of patience, just take your time, you can get them done. So let's get back onto this reassembly. We just finished up the assembly on the Lightning. Time for the first startup. If you want to see the oil change and the snout coupling on the supercharger, that'll be in a separate video that I'm going to do later. But we just ran out of time to get it done on this one. So let's go ahead and do the first startup. Sounds awesome. Let's go ahead and clean everything up and go take a first spin. This truck does make me happy. All right, truck runs great. Best of all, no check engine lights. So now we're gonna head over to the emission station, get that done. Gonna head by Discount Tire, get the tires rebalanced because I'm feeling a little shake in that. And then it's time for modifications and upgrades. So thanks for joining me here at PhatKid Garage, and tune in for the next one when we may possibly be adding a new supercharger. So I'm out.